Hey, what's going on, guys? So today, this is just a quick video. I wanted to talk a little bit about knife storage and mildew and mold. These knives, just some, vintage stuff I had. This is actually stored on top of a hutch. There's a, cavity because of the lip of the hutch. And so I store some stuff up there. It's out in the open, but this summer happened to be abnormally humid. It's just one rainstorm after another, just hasn't dried out really, and so having some mildew issues in the house. This is the worst I've ever seen any knife ever as far as mildew goes, or mold. So yeah, so how do you clean this stuff? Well, it's really straightforward. You basically wipe it off. If you want to sterilize something to help prevent mildew or mold from growing in the future, you could do so. There's lots of mold sprays. Just go to the cleaning aisle. You'll see all kinds of stuff there. But what's also very good that's natural is tea tree oil. If you take tea tree oil and you just put it in some water, you don't really need all that much. Just spray stuff down. It's a great way to kind of disinfect it and clean it so that you have less of a chance, I guess, of it growing again in the future. In this particular case, the focus here is on leather. If you notice, leather is just one of those things. When I store knives, I have a bunch of them, and there's like, a bunch of Kydex, fixed blades, and it's always the leather ones, that natural material that wants to get that mildew or that mold. So you have to be very careful, especially with these really old leather sheaths. So just get some paper towels. I mean, this one, like I said, is by far the worst I've ever seen. Of course, when you're done, wash your hands, or you can use gloves. But right now I'm just wiping it off the strap here so I can take the knife out of the sheath. All right, let's just give that a quick wipe down. All right. I'm going to hold it with one paper towel, then use the other one. Again, just kind of physically wipe it off. And then when this is all done, like I said, I'll go back, I'll spray this. I have, my wife, I should say, has really good anti-mold and all that kind of stuff. All those sprays. She has something specific for leather. I just don't know what it is offhand. That's why I'm not talking about it on video. She's much better at this stuff than I am. But I've had knives my entire life, and I've had lots of knives that went moldy or mildewy. Right? Like I said, this old, kind of beat up, dirty leather, that's the stuff that holds on to this, or grows the quickest as soon as it gets any humidity or moisture. All right, it's that natural material. Remember, this was animal, right? This was a cowhide. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. It's really straightforward stuff. Go back with, like I said, I have one of my knife rags here. I'll get some of that mildew remover. Make sure, obviously, you get in there as well, all the little nooks and crannies and stuff. If you have a couple spores that you can barely see, you go to store this again, it's just going to spread more. But I love these old knives. These are cool. But this is the kind of stuff that ends up, here's an old K-bar. This is the stuff that ends up getting moldy first. Unfortunately, that strap is broken. But yeah, I just want to kind of touch upon this subject just a little bit here for you guys. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, try not to breathe that in. You can use gloves if you want. I'm going to thoroughly wash my hands when I'm all done with this anyway and clean this area that I'm working on. It's not scary stuff, but don't go licking it or snorting it. You'll be fine. So yeah, leather. Leather is it's just, like I said, it attracts this stuff the most. You'll almost never see this on like Kydex or anything like that, or even your knives yourself. These happen to be old knives, so leather sheath, leather stacked handle, leather sheath, leather stacked handle, leather sheath, not leather stacked handle, but still leather sheath. Here's an old Mora. This was stored with the other knives. A little leather strap on here, but that seems to be fine. Plastic is totally fine. All right, knife, totally fine. Very cool. Actually, this E. Johnson Mora of Sweden. This is an older model. Very cool. But anyway, so that's all, just a quick heads up. Essentially, I'm not telling you anything you didn't know. If you see mildew or mold on something, wipe it off. Spray it with something so you don't grow more. What the focus here really is to just watch your leather stuff, particularly old leather, right? That's where you're going to see the biggest problems with this stuff. So anyway, if you have any good tips on mildew removal or, mold removal, certainly share it down below. Something else you could do as well for storage, like again, this was out in the open, so my actual room that this was stored in was just humid for a long, duration of, the summer, essentially. I mean, we had a couple days where it was humid, then it got a little dry, then it was humid again. So that back and forth, and this was under something else, so it wasn't, visible, and I'm literally just, going around cleaning things, and I happened to check up there, and I saw how nasty this one was. That's why, I took it out to clean it, but like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's not really a huge deal or anything. This is common sense stuff. You don't need me to tell you how to clean mildew. In fact, I'm probably not even doing a great job of doing it. But I want to bring awareness specifically to knife collectors to really be careful with your leather. That's all. If you wax the leather or treat it, that could help prevent this as well. But again, these are just some old knives that I'm not actually using. And of course, storage makes a difference as well. If you have an airtight container and some of those oxygen absorber packs and stuff like that, keep it nice and dry and keep that humidity out of the air, then you'll be more than fine. But just, check it. If nothing else at all, someone might watch this video and go, oh yeah, I got my grandpa's knife. It's in the toolbox and that's in the garage and I haven't looked at it in 8 years. Well, maybe you go out there and you find that it looked just like this thing. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to hurt anything. Wipe it off, clean it, and if you have to spray something on there to make sure it's not going to happen again, by all means, do so. So that's all. Just a little awareness of the leather and the mildew issues. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any tricks or tips for mildew removal or storage or anything, please feel free to share them down below. The more information, the better. So that's all. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.